This one is like a secret menu. In my last video, we went through how to order breakfast at a Cha Chaan Teng. If you haven't watched it yet, you can watch it after this video. And in this video, I have picked 10 common drinks to go through together. So, let's get started. Speaking of the most popular drink from the Cha Chaan Teng, Cha Chaan Teng, I think it must belong to... Yes! Hong Kong style milk tea. In Cantonese, it's called Gong Sik Nai Cha.
Gong Sik Nai Cha.
It's also my husband's favorite. When we order it at a Cha Chaan Teng, we can simply call it Nai Cha. Nai Cha. Of course, there is coffee as well. This word is a loan word, which means that it is originally from another language. So, it sounds like coffee. Cà phê, cà phê, coffee. Cà phê. Easy, right?
And for black coffee, we call it Chai Phe.
Chai phê.
For iced black coffee, they usually add sugar in it.
The following one is my dad's favorite. I remember as a kid, he almost ordered it every time we went to a Cha Chaan Teng. It's a combination of Nai Cha and Cà phê, and it's called Yun Yuan. Yun Yuan.
A fun fact, do you know that Yun Yuan is actually a type of duck? Yun Yuan usually appear in pairs, one male and one female. Although their appearances are different, they are a perfect match.
So the name of the drink, Yun Yuan, comes with the same idea. Although Nai Cha and Cà phê are different, they are a good match to some people. Will you give it a try? Next, we have Sai Yuan Choi Mat.
Sai Yuan Choi Mat.
And we usually just call it Choi Mat. Choi Mat.
Mat usually means honey, but it can also refer to something that is sweet.
And just like Choi Mat, it doesn't necessarily contain any actual honey. Speaking of honey, this one does contain honey. And that is Ninh Mông Mat.
Ninh Mông Mat. Lemon is also a loan word and it sounds like lemon.
And we usually just call it Ninh Mat. Ninh Mat. Lemon. Ninh Mông. Honey. Mat. It's very logical, right? So if we mix lemon with water, soy, we'll have Ninh Sui. Ninh Sui. How about lemon with tea, Cha? Then we'll have Ninh Cha. Ninh Cha. Now, I'm going to share two drinks that I used to mix up as a kid, and they are Hổ Lạp Hát, Hổ Lạp Hát, and Ovaltine. Ovaltine. They are both loan words from English. With Hổ Lạp Hát, we usually just call it Horlicks. Horlicks. It sounds exactly like Horlicks, doesn't it? And the color is a bit creamy like this. With Ovaltine, we usually call it Water-cress. And the color is a bit like chocolate. How about chocolate in Cantonese? It's Chocolate. Another example of loan words. Chocolate. Chocolate. We also have a short form for this drink, like many other drinks, and it has to go with the word hot or iced. So before I tell you the name, let's learn the words hot and iced in Cantonese. With hot, we say yi, yi. With iced, we say dong, dong. Dong usually means cold in Cantonese, but it means iced when ordering a drink. So coming back to the short form of chocolate, for hot choc, we call it yi chu, yi chu. And for iced chocolate, we call it dong chu, dong chu. So what do we call a cup of hot milk tea? We'll say 一杯熱奶茶.
一杯熱奶茶.
As you can see, 杯 means cup. 杯. How about a glass of iced Ovaltine? Here, we can still use 杯. So we'll say 一杯凍華田.
一杯凍華田.
But when we are ordering, we can simply just order the drink without mentioning about 一杯, like 熱奶茶, 凍華田. 明唔知咩啊？一杯熱豬啊。你呢？我啊，凍菜蜜啦，唔該。 For cold drinks, there are usually a surcharge and it's usually around 3 Hong Kong dollars. In writing, it could look like this. 凍飲加3蚊. Now that we've gone through 10 common drinks that we can order at a Cha Chaan Teng, let's learn some special orders. For hot drinks, we usually add sugar by ourselves, but with cold drinks, they usually do it for us. So if you don't want any sugar, there are 2 ways to say it. The first one, we can say 走甜,走甜. 走 in this context means to take away something, and 甜 means sweet. So 走甜 means without sugar. Or we can say 走糖,走糖. 糖 means sugar. So 走糖 also means without sugar. How about to cut down the sugar to make it not too sweet? We can say 少甜,少甜. 少 means less or a little bit. So 少甜 means less sugar. Or we can say 少糖,少糖. To go without ice, we can say 走冰,走冰. The last but not least, we have 茶走,茶走. And this is usually for milk tea. We can't do literal translation here because it doesn't mean to take away the tea from milk tea, and it wouldn't make sense. This one is like a secret menu.
A secret menu.
Something that usually locals would know. And actually, 茶走 means to replace evaporated milk and sugar with condensed milk. You can do that with yun yuan as well. So it will be yuan zao, yuan zao. If you haven't tried it, you can give it a go next time and share your experience with us. Let me give you an example of how to order a special order.
To order an iced milk tea, less sugar without ice, we'll say 凍奶茶,少甜走冰.
Coming to the end of the video, let's do a mini test before we wrap up.
Is it 熱 Horlicks or 熱華田? Is it 凍鴛鴦走甜走冰 or 凍鴛鴦少甜少冰?
As I mentioned before, 凍 usually means cold. In this video, you will find out more about temperature.